Just arrived at Forret. Didn't bother going out in the morning because looking over the Tay with advection fog. So the cold ground, cold water, and the Tay estuary's salt. It's a sea estuary and a lot of ice flows on the water. Anyway, wind's feeling top end. About 2/3 of the way up Forret Hill. Got snowboard and glider. I'll lay out, have a play, and if it is too windy, which is possible, well, it feels doable but top end. If it's too windy, then get some snowboarding done. So, pack up the camera for a second, get everything set up, launch and then film, if safe. Okay, so just rough layout to the wing. I'm using the hollow here, which shelters the wing slightly from the wind to do the layout. Well, we do have the gorse bush there, and because of the snow I've left the clip on the back of the glider. So next thing is harness set up, snowboard in the correct position, clip in, and test the air. Hands get very cold very quickly here. So December 25th, 2010. Okay, snowboard bindings clipped in, recheck the airspace, pick up and check, clip in, gloves on or mitts on, board down the slope a wee bit and then have a feel for it. Camera going off again. Okay, all clipped in and checked up close. Sticking on the toe rail, check now. At the moment that looks like it's right over left, so I need to do a 360. So I've got to go all the way around. And the easiest way with the snowboard is to set that up half round and do a 180 jump and then down and flick to the toe rail. Not the easiest of things. You do all that while the lines are still slack. So tactile visual audio check and going for the other side. And as the first bit's likely to be messy, got to tuck the camera in out of the way again. So acquire the other controls, ease back, sticking on the toe rail, upside down for a second, sticking on the toe rail down slope and bring the wing slightly over this lip so it starts to get the air, pop it up and launch, but definitely keeping the camera out of the way. So far so good, so just a tiny tease of the leading edge and got that all sorted. Airspace checked, going back on the controls, camera away, and this time popping the wing to get onto my feet and up. There wasn't actually enough lift on the slope. Did eventually take off with the snowboard, but all I did was flew down and landed below the gorse divide and then hiked up. So with the snow that was in the glider from the other day, I've been flying it upside down and that gets most of the snow out, still a little bit more. So check the airspace, ease on slowly, bit the brake, and then as it fluffs up, out drops the snow. Make sure you don't drag it, check the airspace, and we've got to watch we don't get snow going back in. Wee bit in there, just take that out. Most of it out, fly the wing over. Now, deliberately flew it over the wrong way for me because it was a better way for it to fly. So check the airspace, duck round 1 and 2. So I'm the right way for me. And gentle, ease it out, tension off. So, got the snowboard lying on the hill. Got to do a quick test flight without the snowboard, see what the lift's like and see where it is. If the lift's right over the quarry and the gorse bushes, I might leave the snowboard here. But if there's really good lift, I'll come back, clip on and do a launch and a flight from the board. Right, and difficult to make out in the camera. You can see low level advection fog along the Tay Valley there. So the ice on the water cooling down the air so it reaches 100% humidity. But shut down the camera, repower it just in case it drops the file markers, and launch just on the boots. Okay, leave the gloves apart because that makes a nice shelf for the camera to sit on, and the jacket. Airspace checks, ease, slow, 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 mainly the harness settle, and then sliding under the wing. Pause, slow turn, tiny bit roll control, and tiptoe towards the gorse bushes. So this is all done with the harness control. A very occasional tiny touch of brake if you need it. Obviously I don't recommend people let go the brakes, but the point is the control is almost all with the harness. Step the wrong way, so if you want to go left you're stepping right, directly rolling the glider. Yeah. As the launch is likely to be straight over these gorse bushes, we'll stop and restart the camera, okay, just in case it shuts down. Again, just tuck the camera into the jacket, oops, and get it sitting there. Yep, so I'm not even getting enough lift to get over the gorse bushes here at the moment. Now, as the north launch point on this hill, kind of the second hill, where it splits, has got a lot less of these and faces the same direction. I might head across there and film some stuff with the snowboard. Now, intriguing, the wind turbine, which is across there, you won't really be able to see on the camera. The wind turbine at the moment is showing very northerly in it, so it's probably north-northeast. Yet the wind up here is at least 120 degrees round from that. So it could be that we've got a change of air coming. Just have to wait and see. Let's see if I can zoom the camera in. So turbines just above the right hand end of that wood. Right, back to wide so it's not so shaky. Yeah. Once you've got the snowboard on, it's fine for launching on a good slope, decent breeze. You can't do this subtle stepping about. If you want to turn around, you've got to do a 180 jump turn, and obviously that changes the loading on the glider. Skis are a wee bit better, particularly the short twin tip skis we tend to use. Other thing is I find that in the air, while the weight of the skis is a bit of a nuisance, the snowboard stance can make a big difference for flying. And generally, which I haven't done today, generally I would set the snowboard to duck stance so there's no asymmetry. Both toes angled outwards, and I find that much more comfortable if you're in the air. But, doing a long flight with the snowboard, which also catches the air as you're flying a bit more than skis would, is not the most comfortable. Touch and goes can also be a bit awkward, but if you're doing it in ridge lift they're not too bad, particularly duck stance where you can carve along to the left or the right rather than having to use toe or heel rail, just all with the heel rail. Right, getting a bit more lift over here. Cut over to the right hand side. The lift launch point, generally fly down in between a couple of the gorse bushes over. Often there's good scoopy lift there. Just let the wing roll a bit. So it's taking me the way I want to do. Turning in the harness brings it down. If I want to take it back up, keep the brake exactly the same position, just down there, not moving the hand. Just turning the harness to bring it up. To bring it down, turn. You just wait a wee bit, down it slides. And to correct that, turning in the harness slows it down and rolls it level. You can roll control. So the left hand brake in this case has been held on because it's a low rated wing, but I didn't really move the hand at all. It was the same basic position. Right, camera off and then back on again. So I'm just going for a wee hop launch. The bird of prey down at the bottom, it's last 5-10 minutes been sitting on a tree, is up, but it's having to flap. The wind direction, based on the way it's flying, gliding out, is slightly from its left, so similar to what I've got up here. And the wind turbine is very decidedly showing a north down there, so it's quite odd. Okay, and wait till the glider's wanting to fly. That's it, it's nodding up, nodding forwards. Tiptoe, tiptoe, no force, no force. And launching! Landing high, and we've got a tiny touch of right brake to assist, keeping the wing rolled, left brake to assist, keeping the wing rolled left, bring it up. Now there used to be a wee walkway through this bit of gorse, which I doubt if it's still here, but it might be. Yeah, there is, just. Now that keeps the wing, need the other brake for a second, that keeps the wing in good airflow. And then you can walk behind the gorse bushes, because below these gorse bushes it's very sheltered, so you've got to keep the wing high enough to catch the air that comes up over the quarry. And there it is. Back forwards, just to have a wee taste of what the airflow is like here. On a good day, when you know the lift's good, you can easily do a vertical takeoff here and then just a slow glide forwards, and after about 30 feet of gorse it drops down dramatically into the quarry, so you get a really good scoop lift. Right, shutting down the camera again. Now, bird of prey, drop the wing. Bird of prey's just come up soaring. I don't know how well it'll show up in the camera. Just past the wing there. Drop it, get the wing out of the way. And it's going right along to the other end of the hill and turning. So there's a couple of light, wavy looking clouds just below those. Definitely feel of a change in the air there. So that picks up. Get off with the snowboard. So in the meantime, I'm going to drop the wing here, get the snowboard and see what the flying conditions are like, boarded up. Nip over and get the board there. Right, definitely feel more wind and a better direction. Enough lift to fly over here, land next to the board, clipped in, got the leash on. Decent chance of lift, so get the snow out of the back. Oh, definitely there. And get the one mitt, one glove on. Glove for the camera side, mitt for the other side. That's feeling pretty strong now. That's in the space of 5 minutes. And again, because I've had problems with the camera shutting down, I've got to stop and start it. And hopefully that way the file won't drop. Okay, take the chance, tuck the camera into the jacket. Tactile, visual, audio checks. Tactile, visual, audio checks. Check the airspace. This is going to be a whoosh up, so I'll sit down and hopefully get the wing to lift me off the board on the ground. Oh yes, using the back edge. And turning. This is one of the problems with the snowboard. You kind of got to jump it forwards until you're in lift. Can't do anything with the camera until good lift. good. Around the quarry, it also usually does. It's lift and sink, which is not good. The snowboard doesn't sit fairly upright, so the board's aligned with the wind. Whoa! Rock and roll! Need to get along more to the left and into that scoop off the quarry, get some height, and then I've got the margins to play with. Get rustles off the wing. Yes! Camera shuts down. Landing, stop and start. Whoa, that's really lumpy. Good landing and flat calm down here. Whoa, rock and roll. I'd be a lot happier doing that on the comp wing. You got a lot more control, a lot more feedback. But out of sight, we've got the wind turbine there pointing north, showing wind coming from the northwest. The quarry faces southwest, so the wind here is pretty well southwest at the top. And as you can see, it's flat calm down here at the moment, and whoa, gust coming in. That's not that much, but it's about 6 knots on my face, nothing at the ground level. Flat calm, no air movement there at all. Yeah, definitely very, very mixy. Great fun though. And there's a good track on the snowboard, nice landing on the snowboard, that was a good one. Right, so it's either back to snowboarding on its own, or more likely head up to the other side of the hill, hike up there, might leave the board, might take it, and see what the flying's like. Still good exercise. Xmas Day 2010, and there's some stuff approaching Dundee. Clouds are looking a lot heavier than they were. But blue skies up to the north.